There's a lot of people who are excited about starting a podcast, but they just need a little bit more information, whether it's like on branding or what is an RSS feed or how long should their podcast be? You know, there's a lot of questions. I love showing people how creating a podcast can really benefit their business and get the message out and really separate themselves with that like brand legacy and like brand building. My name is Molly Ruland. I am the founder and CEO of Heartcast Media. I am the head producer here, producing content for businesses, brands, nonprofits, people with a message, podcasts with a purpose. I formed One Love Massive about 20 years ago, so I've spent the last 2 decades elevating voices more in the music, art, and culture communities, working with musicians primarily, producing events. It was about a year ago when I formed Heartcast Media to offer these services to businesses and brands and expand that messaging a little bit. DC is just a hotbed for that. People come here to march on Washington. People come here who have something to say. You know, the city is full of nonprofits and people doing good work to change policy to make the world a better place for a lot of people. I really am passionate about telling worker stories or marginalized communities and like giving people an opportunity to have a platform. It was really just about sustainability. You know, you can't be successful if you're not sustainable. And as an entrepreneur, that's a really hard pill to swallow sometimes. And so I wanted to, pivot a little bit and create something that could last a long time and really benefit a lot more people and reach a lot more places. You know, a lot of times with podcasting, people feel like they have to be able to do everything. They have to, start the podcast. They have to name it, design a logo. They have to interview people. They have to set those interviews up. Then they have to record the content. Then they have to edit the content. Then they have to market that content. I mean, it's really unfair, and you would never ask anybody else to do all of that work in almost any other industry. We offer a full spectrum of services. From a very DIY standpoint, I have a company called Podcast Outfitters where we sell podcast equipment and kits. I also teach classes here in the studio for podcasting and video editing. I also have an online course, so anywhere in the world people can learn how to produce, distribute, market, and monetize a successful podcast. And then in the studio, people come in, we record audio and video content for them. We do all the heavy lifting. All they have to do is show up and do a great interview. We take care of everything else, so they don't have to learn about microphones or worry about any of that. The client doesn't have to worry about anything. They come in, they film. Within 48 business hours, they have their audio file, their video file, 3 social share videos, everything they need to market that content. And then I also offer services where we edit your content. So you can send us your podcast from anywhere in the world, and we will clean it up, add your intro, outro, any sponsor ads, whatever you need done, and send it back to you within 48 hours. One of my favorite mantras is use what you have. And a lot of times people think they need a nicer camera or they need a different system or they need a newer laptop or whatever. And so I was like, we're going to use what we have and we're going to make this work. I started the business without a ton of money, without a startup budget, without any marketing dollars. So I had to be really strategic. I've really played heavily on the relationships I've built for the last 20 years in DC. I've been a big part of things, using my social media network to spread the message, but really just kind of one-on-one, teaching classes, getting in front of people, speaking engagements. But it's really just about, using what you have and making it work no matter what it is. Just start, right? You just got to start and you get less ugly as you go. That's the idea.